This battle is an unusual one. There are still two amazing machines competing with each other, but this time they can fly. Here they are. The recent addition to the Soviet tech tree, straight from the Lavochkin Aircraft Design Bureau, the majestic La-200. And its competitor, a top-tier jet of the French tech tree, the fearsome M.D.452 Mystère IIA. Which one is better? We'll see. Let's start with speed performance. Theoretically, the La-200 can get to the speed of 1,101 kmph. But if we don't speak about diving, in most cases the operational speed will fluctuate somewhere around about 750 to 870 kph. This means that the Soviet jet is in the lead. The average operational speed of the Mystère is around 670 to 770 kph, depending on your altitude and regime of flight. The La-200 has a better climb rate as well, 47 meters per second, while the French machine has to make do with just 37 meters per second. The clear winner of the first round is the La-200, 1-0. Next thing to discuss is maneuverability. The time of turn of the Soviet top fighter is 26 seconds. The French jet is 1 second faster. Now 1 second doesn't sound like much, but in battle conditions it might mean the difference between life and death. Of course, at a time like that, a lot depends on the skill of the pilot, as well as speed, altitude, and lots of other factors. But we believe that it's fair to say that the French aircraft wins this round, 1-all. It's certainly not an easy task to compare the armaments of these two jets. On one hand, the La-200 has not one, not two, but three 37mm N37D cannons, which is great. They're fairly accurate and pack a punch, but boy, are they slow. At the same time, in most cases, even a single hit from those babies will get the job done, but you only get 150 shots, which is not much. The Mystère, on the other hand, comes equipped with four 20mm M50 cannons. Their fire rate is nothing to be excited about, but it's still higher than that of the Soviet counterpart, and you get more ammo, 500 rounds. Still can't spray away, that's for sure, but you won't have to be as stingy. It's also worth noting that the cannons of the French jet are symmetrically mounted. Who will get a point then? The Soviet cannons are better at destroying things, but the French fighter has more of them and more rounds to boot. Okay, let's call it a draw. Both contenders get a point, 2-all. Now, a few words about the aircraft's performance in mixed battles. Both fighters lack bombs and/or rockets. They only have cannons. That fact instantly means that they're not the best picks for low-level attacks. Yeah, the La-200 has, in fact, an option to load a ground target's ammo belt. But consider this. With a penetration of 26mm at 500 meters, you won't make an effective tank hunter. And that's without even mentioning the low fire rate and the fact that with an ammo count like that, you won't have bullets to spare for ground targets anyway. At the same time, the incredibly fast La-200 really shines as an interceptor. Not bad. What about the French fighter? There is a belt for armored targets as well, but its penetration is even less impressive. 17mm at 500 meters and 26mm at 10. Let's just say that these are not the figures to die for. In the end, you'd better stick to the same role as the pilots of the Soviet machine. The M.D.452 makes for a good interceptor. Luckily, there won't be many aircraft able to escape your wrath in mixed battles due to the size of its maps. And when it comes to fighting up close, the M.D.452 is a force to be reckoned with. In the end, as both of our contenders can't really fight ground targets, nobody gets a point. Let's see what the final score is. 2-all. The La-200 proved to be faster, but the French aircraft has better maneuverability and a considerable ammo load. Well, hell, it's our first draw, and in the first ever aircraft comparison, no less. What do you think? Did we make the right choice? Tell us in the comments below.